Hello students and welcome to Insta's Geography class. We believe in democratizing education for all. Today we are going to begin with a very interesting chapter, and that is forest and wildlife resources. India has 18,000 species of flowering plants, 100 national parks, 53 tiger reserves and 560 wildlife sanctuary. Also, there are almost 1,317 bird species, 426 species of mammals and 529 reptile varieties. Now, biodiversity and ecosystem, these two terms we keep on listening to many times, isn't it? We need to understand this thoroughly. What exactly do these terms mean? Biodiversity involves the diverse species of all plants, animal, right from single cellular microorganism to complex organism, multicellular complex organism. So all of these living organisms, animals and plants, right? So that is the biodiversity, the different diverse nature that you see in this. Then ecological dependence, very important for us to understand. Though there is so much of diversity in plants, animals and everything, they are all dependent on each other. Not just plants and animals, even human, right? Even we are dependent on every living organism is dependent on the other. Like for example, we see it is clearly defined as producers and consumers, right? The plants are the producers. They produce food with the help of sunlight. Through photosynthesis, they produce their own food. The primary consumers, the herbivorous animals, they feed on them. And then carnivorous animals eat these primary consumers. This is called ecological dependence. Then forest importance, we also know that the forests are very important. Why? Because they provide a house, a home or a natural habitat for all these diversities. Let's move on to the next slide. A little bit of extra information through Insta Bytes. Biodiversity, which is biological diversity, refers to the vast variety of wildlife. So the vast variety of wildlife that we have, it involves in this and cultivated species as well. So all of these are involved in biological diversity or biodiversity. Inclusion of diverse forms encompasses a wide range of forms and functions within ecological system or ecosystem. So all of these things, whatever is happening, like a different range of and functions are all involved in this. Interconnectedness, if you see, highlights the complex network. So it is a complex network, right, of interdependencies among species. So how are these different species dependent on each other, right from the plants, like we just spoke about. The same example I can give you. So plants release oxygen, which is needed by all living organisms, and all living organisms release carbon dioxide, which is required by plants. For food also, we are dependent on each other. Now, India's flora and fauna. Let's talk about India and the different species of flora and fauna in India. First of all, we have different types of unique species. Some species are completely indigenous to India, which are found only in India. Many species we have here. India is rich in biodiversity. If you see, India has, when we studied about landforms earlier, we have seen India has all the major types of landforms. We have mountains, we have plains, plateaus, valleys and all these things, right? Coastal areas. So looking at this, we can say that different regions or different landforms provide different types of habitat to different types of vegetation, to different types of wildlife, right? So have a variety of these and that is why we have a rich biodiversity. We have mountains, we have snow-clad peaks, we have deserts, isn't it? We have coastal plains, we have fertile plains, the northern plains in India. So we have so much of diversities. Daily life importance. So all of this plays a very important role in our daily lives as well. Then as we are using them in our daily lives, we see all these resources are being used a lot. We are posing a very dangerous threat to our biodiversity. Now, what is this threat to our biodiversity that we are causing? We are trying, the things that we are using, we are over consuming things, the resources rather, right? Now, because of this, what is happening? We are disturbing the balance of nature. So the ecological balance gets disturbed, it gets hampered, and because of which the biodiversity suffers. A little bit of more information through Insta Bytes. Lepcha folk song honor Narak as the creator of music. Now this is a folk song. Now here they are talking about this song incorporates sounds from nature, which includes the sounds coming from springs and rivers. When I'm saying this, I would love it when if you imagine these the sounds of all these things. If you go towards the rivers and spring, what kind of sound do you hear? All right, towards the mountains and forest, the birds chirping, all these things you can hear. Insects and animals, what kind of sound you will hear? The gentle breeze flowing. So if you imagine all this, the mere thought of it gives us so much of pleasure, right? So yes, this is the song. All these natural sounds are offered into Narak in reverence. Conservation of forests and wildlife in India. Now we have seen the importance of this wildlife and the different natural vegetation and forests. What are we doing to conserve this? What is the need for conservation, right? First of all, let's talk about the need. Ecological diversity that we have, it preserves water, air and soil system. Very important. Water resource is the ultimate important resource, isn't it? Then you have the air and also soil system. Different types of soil is present in different region. Of course, in India, since we are talking about India, let's just focus on India, right? So we have different types of soil, say like black soil, clay soil, laterite soil, different types of soil present in different regions of India. Correct. Now genetic diversity, if you see, suppose species growth and breeding. So here if you see the genetic diversity, here the breeding of the species, maybe a particular type of a fish and all, it is supported. Then agricultural and fisheries, if we talk about, depend on biodiversity as well, depending upon the nature of where they are found. Conservation efforts, yes, we have been taking certain efforts to conserve this important resource. Indian Wildlife Protection Act, very important, which was launched in 1972, legal protection for habitats and species. So here their focus was on natural habitats of the species and of course the species themselves as well. Then next was national parks and sanctuaries. Now these national parks and sanctuaries are what? The main generalist motive of national parks is to protect, conserve the natural ecosystem, environment and wildlife. Hunting, poaching, cutting trees, deforestation is banned in national parks, which is illegal and a punishable offense. Major national parks of India: Gir National Park in Gujarat, Kaziranga National Park in Assam. Kaziranga National Park is also famous for one-horned rhinoceros. Bandipur National Park, Karnataka. Pench National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Bandhavgarh National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Ranthambore National Park, Rajasthan. What are wildlife sanctuaries? Wildlife sanctuaries. Animals are protected, conserved, and human activities like hunting, killing, poaching, smuggling is completely restrained. Poachers smuggle animal body parts such as elephant's tusks, tiger skin, nails, teeth, which are completely banned and made illegal. Now what has the government done? It has protected it. Okay, so these protected forest and wildlife places are termed as national parks and sanctuaries, which are owned by the nation, so national, right? So here they are protected, they are developed, they are given a chance to multiply, isn't it? And here also these are very importantly, they are a major tourist attraction. People like to visit such places, isn't it? So they add to the economy also of the country. So both the ways we are benefiting, isn't it? So established by central and state governments. So here you go. Central and state governments are the one who are responsible to make these places a sanctuary and to deal with it, to make sure whatever the requirements are given to that particular national park or sanctuary, right? Then special projects apart from this protect endangered species like tigers, rhinos and lions. Especially these are some of the species which are illegally poached, killed for their skin, for the particular body part, and it is sold in the market. Unfortunately, this keeps happening. So here they have made sure that these endangered species means which are on the verge of extinction. They are still there, but the number is very less. And if we keep on recklessly killing them this way, those will no more be present over there. They will be one of the extinct species. Here you go, you can see a picture over here of rhino deer in Kaziranga National Park. Broadening focus, if we see, biodiversity conservation emphasizes entire ecosystem. So we are focusing not on just one particular place, it is the entire ecosystem that we are talking about. And if we are conserving a part, it is going to have a maximized effect on the surrounding as well. Protection for insects and plants as well, even these are protected. So added to protected species. Now since these species, now depending upon the species it is, alright, if it is endangered, it is definitely needed to be protected. So here it's there in the list, and in 1980 and 1986 as well as in 1991. This is an image of forest treasure. You can see there are so many things that you can get from the forest. Forests are a big treasure for not just timber but also fruits, isn't it? Different medicinal plants you get from the forest. There are, see how you can just see this picture and you can understand it best. A little bit of more information through Insta Bites. Project Tiger, very important and apparently a very successful project as well, was launched in the year 1973. Now this was done to safeguard the tigers from poaching and habitat loss. Poaching is the illegal shooting or trapping of wildlife for gain or for profit. So now this was constantly happening. Because of this, what would happen? Definitely the number of that particular species went down. But then yes, it was very less. But then after this initiation of this project, we have improved this, and we are now on a higher scale, right? So that is one thing. India and Nepal are home to the majority of world's tiger population. So now we have upgraded ourselves from this. Key tiger reserves include Jim Corbett National Park, Sundarbans and Bandhavgarh. Forest and wildlife types, management, mostly these are government controlled. So mostly either the central government or the state government controls this, so government controlled. Then forest categories, if you see, these are reserved forest, okay, either they are completely reserved or they are protected forest or unclassed forest. So these are the categories. Permanent forest estates for timber and protection. Now here many times what happens is, if it is an estate here, for timber we definitely need wood, isn't it? So a lot of forests are being cut down to extract timber or wood from the forest. So here some forests are conserved, where they, even if it is allowed to cut for timber or lumbering, it is a mandatory rule that they grow some more trees so that a balance is maintained. State distribution, if we see, of the forest and wildlife types. Madhya Pradesh, it is the largest permanent forest. In Madhya Pradesh you will see a lot of it. Then high reserve forest you will see in Jammu and Kashmir, Andhra Pradesh and regions like this. Around protected forest you will find in Bihar and Haryana. Then unclassed forest you will see in northeastern states and as well as Gujarat. Now, community and conservation, the traditional role to begin with. Forests are home to traditional communities. So, like many communities which live in forests, which are their homes as well, right? So, they are, you can say, they're very attached to their environment, isn't it? So, yes, there are people living over there, and they might be living a kind of primitive life, but that is their basic home, isn't it? So, that is one thing, and they have their own tradition and a rich heritage for themselves as well. Sariska Tiger Reserve. Villagers fought against mining operations using the Wildlife Protection Act. In Sariska Tiger Reserve Park at Rajasthan, community participation has played an important role in conserving wildlife. They treat them as god and goddesses. Herds of blackbuck, chinkara, nilgai, peacocks, and nobody harms them. Basically, which was developed for that particular region so that the wildlife in that region is protected. Next is Alwar in Rajasthan. Villagers declared 1,200 hectares of Bhairodev Dakav sanctuary with self-imposed conservation rules. So they took over, they made the conservation rules, and they made sure that the natural vegetation and the entire biome is very much protected. Movements and initiatives. The Chipko movement, I'm sure it's very famous. You must have heard it somewhere, and you must have learnt it in history as well, right? So it restricted deforestation, promoted community afforestation. So people over there, they made sure that these the people do not cut the trees in their homes. So their forest were their homes, right? So that is one thing. Beach Bachao Andolan and Navdanya was another important one, advocated for chemical-free, diversified farming. Now, this is very important. So here they realize how difficult and it would be for the environment to deal with these chemicals which are used in the farming techniques, right? The chemical fertilizers which are used, the chemical pesticides which are used, and later on these do not just stay on the farming land or the agricultural land, they move in the region around it, right? Because of the rainfall, the surface runoff and all, they definitely cause a lot of harm to the environment. Joint Forest Management, JFM, started in the year 1988 in Odisha. Involves local communities in managing and restoring degraded forests. Alright, so here again what happens is restoring is done. What is this restoring? Once the forests have been cut down, alright, sometimes they are abandoned. So here restoration has to be done. So yes, these communities come together and work for it. Benefits, communities gain non-timber products and share the timber profits. So the profit is also shared, and of course the forests are also taken care of. A little bit of extra information through Insta Bites. Sacred groves are protected forest in India. Now here conserved through the tradition of nature worship. So people look at these things as and they worship it as well. Okay. Certain trees like mahua and kadamba tree and animals such as the blackbucks, the peacock in Rajasthan are reverted. So they are also protected, and killing of such things or cutting down of those trees are is not allowed at all. Coming to the next one, these groves play a vital role, an important role in preserving biodiversity. So we know they all preserve the biodiversity and maintain cultural heritage as well. Alright, then coming back a little bit, going back in time, Gautam Buddha described trees as unique beings. They are full of kindness, they are full of generosity, they give us so many things selflessly, right? So that is one thing. Then trees ask for nothing, they do not want anything in return, yet they generously provide for all, offering protection to people moving around, or even to the birds, the insects, be it anything, and shade even to those who harm them. So even if they are harming them, the shade will always be there of the tree, right? So that is how important trees are. Let's quickly summarize what we have learned today through Instalights. Forest and wildlife conservation in India. We have studied about how important the forests are, where all they are located, and what are we doing to conserve these forests. Types of forest and wildlife also we studied, what different types of forests, what are the kind of wildlife found here, and community. How is the community involved in protection and conservation of these forests? I hope you have enjoyed and understood this lesson thoroughly. Thank you and have a nice day.